Hi, my name is Jarvis E, and today I'll be discussing managing corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is an company's consideration of other factors besides traditional economic gains, those factors being uh, the environment, social practices, and also global sustainability. These are very important factors because as the world changes, companies must also change their priorities, not only just to make traditional economical means, but also to help make the world a better place. Consumers also feel better supporting companies that they feel are helping to change the world and to make it become a better place that we feel that it should be. The first thing about corporate social responsibility is the stakeholders. There are two groups of stakeholders: the primary stakeholders, which are usually your customers, your stock shareholders, your employees, and those that are directly benefited and can be directly affected by the actions of the organization. Secondly, you have your secondary stakeholders. Those secondary stakeholders are indirectly affected by what the organization does, and they can also cause harm to the business um, by protesting and by making known practices that they feel are unfair to the global community. One thing when considering corporate social responsibility is the triple bottom line. The triple bottom line is considering how does this affect the world socially? How does it affect the environment? And also, how does it affect us economically? These are very important factors because uh, when you consider these, it also helps uh, consider ethical behavior. And not only is this a way to provide traditional economic gains, but also is this helping to make the company look better and helping to be global sustainable over a long period of time, and that the company won't just have a short run, but will definitely be able to prosper in the long term future. We have this relates to our assigned country, Greece, very well because Greece is facing issues of a lack of corporate social responsibility. Currently, an article um, published by two professors from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business spoke with bankers about tax evasion in Greece. And what they've discovered was that banks in Greece would award soft credit to individuals based on how much they thought or how much they perceived that their true income was because of tax evasion. What this meant is uh, certain professions like doctors, lawyers, um, private tutors, um, occupations with low paper trails, veterinarians as well, would evade taxes by saying they made less money than they actually did to avoid paying the high taxes of staying in Greece. And what this the bank's practice was to award people credit based on what they believed that they would actually be hiding to avoid tax purposes. And so this led to people purchasing homes and being offered credit that would exceed the normal barriers with someone at that income level. This is a lack of corporate social responsibility because the banks are um, awarding credit based on based on perceived notions that people will cheat on their taxes and will try to evade paying the high tax rates. This causes issues in Greece because Greece has one of the most uh, generous pension plans for its civic employees and servants. It has one report from um, gives Greece civic servants uh, upon serving 35 years, they could retire and still receive 80% of their formal pay. So if someone was making $100,000 or 100,000 euros per year, once they retired, they would then decrease down to 80% of that, which is 80,000 euros per year. And this is very generous and very high for a Western country. And so, what Greece has the problem of is paying those high pensions, but not receiving the proper taxation on on its citizens because of the lack of corporate social responsibility by banks. Uh, Certain occupations continue to uh, to dodge dodge tax rates, but still receive credit for those, and banks are still able to uh, profit off of profit off of the government not receiving its full taxation. Some estimates believe that 31% of the current deficit of Greece could be made up by properly taxing its professional individuals who avoid the taxes. Consequently, what needs to happen is Greece um, needs to look at an institutional based solution versus a resource solution to solving its lack of corporate social responsibility. This this institutional based system is going to need to be used by the formal channels and the formal organizations of Greece, its government, to solve these issues of lack of social responsibility to its fellow citizens. By the banks um, offering soft credit checks and offering more credit based on the perceived tax evasions that individuals are doing, uh, it hurts the country because they're not able to um, receive the revenues necessary to pay for its pensions and pay for the lavish social programs that the country does provide for its citizens. Because of the situation is so late in development, it would need to be a reactive strategy, basically a strategy based on what's already happening versus an defensive strategy, which is to prevent something from happening. Additionally, I believe that Greece's formal institutions, that being its government, have to take actions to have banks come up with a code of conduct for providing hard credit checks and asking individuals to uh, definitely provide information showing that they can afford the credit that they're asking for. By doing this, it also gives an avenue for the government there to make sure tax records and income statements on credit are aligned and that people aren't evading their taxes and receiving credit for that. Additionally, by doing this, what Greece does is it helps its professionals participate in social issue participation and helping not only make one person stronger, but actually helping make the entire country stronger and better for the future. Finally, it is very important that we consider the situation in Greece is not just a domestic issue, but a global issue as well. Many of the current employees of this generation, the baby boomers, are heading toward retirement and will be retiring soon. And it's important that companies remember their pledges to these employees and provide their pensions for them. It's, and providing pensions is also a part of the corporate social responsibility of companies, and that we keep this in mind as business students and future managers and future employers, that we honor those pledges that we've made to those individuals so that they can have a successful retirement and they can lay back on what has been promised to them.
Good afternoon. My name is Timothy Parr, along with my partner Jarvis Mark. Today I'm going to talk about the ethics in Greece. And right now they're having a situation over there where the rich, as far as the lawyers, the doctors, the surgeons, the judges, the supreme beings, as they would call it, are taking big tax breaks, and really the banks are cheating everybody, and this is going to leave a lot of people in some serious bad positions because the lawyers, the doctors, the people who are making the big money, so called, are lying on their taxes, and the banks know this. They could be making $90,000 to $100,000 a year and put down on the taxes that they're only making 30. So in return, the bank would give them more money, and later on in their pensions for the public people, so called, as the teachers, the professors, the firefighters, the police officers, protective servants. I mean, just normal people every day working are not going to be able to get their pension or retirement funds. So because of this matter and the unethical ways, in my opinion, of Greece, is going to affect a lot of families, a lot of families who work hard, who teach the people children, who teach the lawyers and doctors children, but at the same time they're not going to be able to receive their benefits or the currency that they have worked for over the years because people want to cheat. And it's the banks mostly. The banks are doing this and they know that they're doing this illegally. And this is not ethical business, and it is very unethical in my opinion. And as far as Greece in this situation, I hope that they can hurry up and clear this matter up and have the banks or the government return some of the money or have the pensions paid off to some people because they still haven't received any money for their families. Some that have tired, they aren't getting anything because people want to line up their taxes and be greedy and get more money. So some people would say that that's all right. I do not agree. My partner Jarvis and I have come up with this information. We both have our opinions. Our opinions are similar. Some people might not agree with me, but the way that we feel is that if you work hard in your life, and I'm sure everybody would feel like this, that you deserve to be what's owed to you. I mean, that's what we pay our taxes for. That's what we pay our retirement funds for. So, in that being said, I hope Greece gets back on track and that the banks stop doing this or give some of the people who can't afford to get their pension or retirement back, or the government does something about this. And thank you for your time.